Surely you've seen a show or a movie about a murder mystery and you get really, really involved with it, and the show does a really good job of not telling you who did the thing until later on, so it keeps you guessing, right? And multiple people are like, maybe it's this person, maybe it's that person. So the one thing that those shows sort of have in common is they all, like the detective team or whoever, all end up in the same room, right, with the big whiteboard, and they've got their suspects, they've got the evidence, they've got all this stuff, and it's like push pins and strings tying to everything. And that's exactly how I want you to think of your personal finances, because I think in a lot of cases, most people, if they just took that first step of throwing their finances up on the whiteboard, basically like putting their finances out in front of them, it would give them a much clearer picture of where they are today, where they want to be, and then possibly create a plan on how to get there. So hopefully that silly little metaphor is hitting home with you and you understand the visual here. By throwing up your personal finances on the whiteboard, in real life, this basically means that you need to track your finances. So if you've never tracked your finances, it could mean a few things. It could simply mean just understanding how much money is in your bank account. I've made that mistake before about 10 years ago, so I'm calling out my older self on that one. It could mean just budgeting your finances, knowing the money that's coming in, the money that's going out, but more importantly, where that money is going, and making sure that every dollar that comes in has a home to go out, right? There's a spot that it needs to be allocated toward. And that, by the way, is called zero-based budgeting. Tracking could mean putting all your debt onto one spreadsheet or an app or whatever, and writing down the loans that you have left, the interest rate, the minimum payments, how much money you're paying now. And then you could see what your debt-free date is. You could see how much interest you'd be paying based on a different strategy. Like if you're using the debt snowball, are you using the debt avalanche? Are you not using a strategy? So tracking could mean a whole bunch of other things. Tracking could mean maintaining your net worth, trying to figure out where your net worth is and where you want it to go. So yeah, tracking could mean a whole bunch of things, and I think this is where people just get overwhelmed, to be very honest with you, especially if they've never done it before. There's just a lot of numbers flying around, and many people just don't seem like they really want to be that engaged looking at their personal finances out of fear, out of boredom, whatever the thing is. But truly the main factor in growing your personal finances, in growing your wealth, is to start tracking. So if you're someone that gets invested in these TV shows or movies to try and figure out, who done it, and you're in the room with the detectives looking at the whiteboard and you're trying to connect the pieces too, like, why wouldn't you be willing to invest your time into your own personal finances to do that? It just makes so much sense. Like, this is step one, and every time you do a piece of your finances, like, it goes up on the whiteboard. So, budget, here's all the stuff for that. And then, okay, here's my debt info. Okay, here's maybe some stuff that I'm investing in. We'll add that to our net worth area. Okay, I'm saving a little bit of emergency fund, et cetera, et cetera. And then you too can find the things that are connected together, because there's always things that are going to be connected. And then from there, you'll be able to find who the criminal is in your personal finances. Like, what is the issue of why you're not able to reach the financial goal that you want to reach, whether it's faster or just at all. So what's holding you back from a $1 million net worth? What's holding you back from becoming debt-free in 12 months? What's holding you back from building an emergency fund to $10,000, right? What are the things that are holding you back? Now, in my experience, talking to a lot of people, the biggest things that hold people back are lower incomes, financial illiteracy, a lack of understanding. And it's really just so much simpler than I think many people just lead it to believe in terms of how to keep track of your finances. It's a lot easier than people think. And I think people just get overwhelmed. So guys, please just do the work. This is going to start with action. So if you're uncertain on how to start, just start. Yeah, it might be wrong in the beginning, or it might not really make sense what you did today in 2 months, and that's okay. If you've never done this before, you're learning a new skill, right? And that's what happens when you learn new skills. Think about the first time you've learned any new skill. How has that gone? Probably not great, right? So you just need to put in the reps and you need to take action. What's crazy to me is that so many people are just not doing the basics when it comes to personal finances, and really it just comes down to taking action and then being consistent. That's it. To start, that is it. That is all you need, and everyone can do that. Think about things in your life where you're taking action on or you're being consistent in. You're doing it in other parts of your life. Why are you not doing it in your personal finances? You're most likely being consistent about getting to work on time, or picking up your kids on time, or having 3 meals a day, or getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Like, you're being consistent in other areas. So just transfer that trait over to try and learn a new skill. Action and consistency, okay? That's literally all you need. Guys, I'm uploading daily videos onto YouTube about everything personal finance under the sun. So if there's a topic that you want me to cover, make sure to hit me down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.